This video is going to demonstrate the proper recording and accounting for a joint check. And joint check is basically a check that you've received from a customer that is made out to one of your suppliers or vendors for services that they have provided or materials that they have provided to that particular customer. And you are going to record this payment that you've received to your vendor to reduce your accounts receivable for that customer, and then you're going to pay the bill that you have entered in accounts payable for this particular supplier or vendor. So moving on, there are two things that you will need to do in order to start recording joint checks. And the first thing will be is you'll have to create a new account in your chart of accounts. So moving to your chart of accounts, you create a new account by either selecting the account button down below and selecting the word new, or right-clicking in the screen and selecting the word new. The type of account that is going to be created is bank. For the sake of the video, the account number is 10,500, but your account should be called joint checks. Once again, the account type is a bank. So we're going to save and close that. The second step that you will need to ensure is what your preferences are, how your preferences are set up for payments. So going edit, preferences, payments, company preferences, and looking at the receive payments preferences, this last preference, use undeposited funds as a default deposit to account, needs to be unchecked. This is very important. Otherwise, you will be very confused when you go to do the following steps. So once you've unchecked that, you're going to hit OK, and you'll have to close all your windows. So the next step here, we've completed our two steps. We've created our new bank account called joint checks, and we've changed our preference now. So the undeposited default is unchecked. So we're going to receive our payment, and we're going to go up to customers receive payments. Nothing has changed here. And for the sake of this video, we're receiving payment from Pretel Real Estate. This is in our sample company, and the amount of payment was $750. The date of the payment method, and the check number. Nothing, and then we select the invoice that we're going to be paying. Nothing changes with those steps. The most important step right here that we changed by using our edit preferences, we edited our preferences and our payment preferences, is this right here, is our deposit to. So we actually have to change this. We want to deposit this payment into our joint check account that we just created. Once we've completed this, we can go save and close. This reduces our accounts receivable, and it deposits the joint check into our joint checks bank account. And I can go over to the register, and I can see here from my joint check bank register that I have $750 deposited. Now my next step is I actually have to pay the vendor. So the check that I've received from my customer is actually made out to my vendor. So we're going to go pay the bill. We're going to go vendors, pay bills. And the vendor we're actually utilizing for this example is CU Electric. So the check from Pretel Real Estate is made out to CU Electric for $750, which corresponds with the payment we received. And you can see $750. And once again here, not a whole lot changes, the payment date, the method, but this is right here is what changes. We're not going to be paying this bill out of our checking account. We're going to be paying it out of joint checks. So everything simply gets recorded the same, but this needs to get changed here. And our account needs to be changed. We've paid selected bills. Voila, we're done. You can see we have our deposit, we have our payment, and the net effect is 0. If this does not zero out, something was not recorded correctly, and I think you'll need to watch the video again and make sure you followed all the steps.